Good morning, everyone. Daniel Miller here. Thank you so much for coming and for joining our Destiny broadcast yet again. We had a very intense experience last night, and the last quest has been extremely difficult, and it did take me a bit of time, I would say several hours, until I successfully completed it. I would have not been able to do so without a lot of help from our community members. So I thank you everyone on your comments, views, tips and advice provided. It has been very rewarding, and the fierce firefight which had to be completing right at the end was one of the most intense I've played in a long while. As I had literally hundreds of hives attacking me from all directions, and I was not in possession of the most powerful weapon to deal with them. Evidently, as one of the community members told me, this particular section of the game was designed to coerce everyone into co-op. So Bungie really did have this in mind, and they obviously knew that if people keep replaying, dozens or hundreds of times without success, they will have to be brought into multiplayer. But as you all know, I like playing as a single player initially in order to master the game, and then after that I tend to go into co-op and then build teams and squads and do things online together with other guys. Yeah, it's been a great experience, and although a bit difficult, there was a successful completion of that quest right at the end. And we were given some new directions, and we have new missions. We realized that the unknown army is invading some of the planets, and they are preparing to attack Earth in order to destroy humanity. So let's have a look what secrets some of these planets hold, and let's find out how we're going to fight the forces of the darkness. So let's jump in. As always, we'll start as Warlock, human male, and we'll select our character. Back in the orbit. Obviously, we'd have to choose our destination, which is what we'll do in a moment, but I think initially we'll just have a look at the current kit and the gear that we have. As you could see right at the end, during that rather fierce firefight, we managed to acquire lots of new bits, and our gear looks really quite astonishing. We have our chest well protected now with some excellent bits of gear, and there are several new weapons massively enhanced by new skills and new powers. So when you look at me, you can see I just want to double check his boots, because I think I've had quite a few coming in, and the ones that we've used, yeah, where I think, wait a minute, my mistake, I apologize. Again. So what did I do now? Hang on. I did something silly, I think. 49 defense, 47 defense. Yeah, we've got the best. And in terms of the weapons, we have Mitternacht SR3, the weapon which works very well on repetition. It is particularly accurate, and it has a 40 attack level, which helps us to deal with some of the dangerous enemies rather well. Usually they require 3 hits, and if you're doing, you know, 1 shot, 1 kill, you should, yeah, you know, you're able to deal with them appropriately. In addition to that, we have this excellent Calcutta LR2A sniper rifle. This, just bear with me. Not sure as to why, but yesterday I had a bit of a croaky throat, and it's affecting me a bit, so I do apologize. Yeah, this sniper rifle is excellent for any form of you know, battle from distance, and when you are in a fortified or well hidden position, you see the enemies well away from you, they cannot see you, and you can take them out one by one. It's worked brilliantly. I had very many precise shots and precision kills, so the stats are looking particularly good on the sniper. And then this awesome rocket launcher. I do wish to tell you that with it, with this Jester SA2, what we can do is we can deploy it usually when facing very powerful enemies, such as devilish captains. They usually, if precisely hit with this rocket launcher, disposed of immediately. And also it was particularly useful in dealing with the most dangerous enemy I encountered so far. There was some very unusual, very big and very well fortified hives. They were in possession of some massive blades, and 3 or 4 of them were coming out in the last section of the game. And you had a kind of a blitz, first of all, a bit of thunder and lightning, and these guys were invisible, and they will literally spring up next to you, and then you could see them. So I really fought them quite a bit. Well, I didn't know how to deal with them because all the other weapons were not strong enough, you know, for that sort of tackle, and my rocket launcher was empty. I had just either nil rockets or just 1 rocket, and actually 1 rocket was not good enough because they were, you know, stronger than that. So after several replays, I acquired 3 rockets, which I used at the point when they literally were about to launch. So even before they materialized, at the point where I realized that there was this lightning, and I used 2 of those rockets, which really dealt with them accordingly, and they were neutralized to my great pleasure after about, I think, 7 or 8 replays, which has been the most difficult part of this game. So yeah, we've got everything kitted up. He is ready for future battles, and now what we'll do is we'll proceed. We'll have a look at our destination, and we'll have a look at where he needs to go. As we know, we've been warned by our commander that these forces of darkness are attacking the entire system, the entire galaxy, and obviously their particularly precious prize is likely to be our planet. So we need to go to Old Russia and find out what's going on in there in order to fortify defenses, and also in order to explore anything else that the enemy might have done in order to invade. We need to go to Devil's Lair, and I'm quite certain that we are going to be facing a lot of nasty enemies and a lot of dodgy captains, you know, in this particular territory. So let's proceed. It tells us here that the fallen house of devils in the Cosmodrome sustained its strength through a single servitor known as Sepix Prime, and we need to now find where this Keeper of Souls lies, and then once we've done so, we need to destroy him. So Sepix Prime sounds particularly difficult, and I'm quite certain there will be lots of enemy soldiers protecting his stronghold. So let's have a look what future holds for us. We are going to be landing very shortly, and our destination is the Devil's Lair.
The Fallen will continue to claw at the walls of our city unless we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair, and the High Servitor feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god, and send their souls screaming back to hell.
Proceed. As you could see, this is another death zone, so it is going to be very, very difficult. And we are in for another major firefight, so stand by. Advance. We need a rocket launcher for that. Unfortunately, we do not have any rockets, which is dreadful. Therefore, we have to go... We will change this weapon to fully automatic. There we go. Oh no! Come on, run, run, run! This was very, very close. You see these guys? These are the guys that were killing me in my last mission, and I couldn't really get rid of them. But fortunately, there's a team dealing with those guys in here, so that really helped. So we destroyed it. It's not responding to this at all. This weapon is not good enough. Sepkis Prime is not that vulnerable to my weapon by the looks of it. What else could I have? Wait a minute, go for cover. No, my weapon has no impact whatsoever. What else can I do? High velocity rifle may do. Killed him. It was this
Done.
this
Sepix Prime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will grow weaker. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always do.
Well, this was a bit tricky, I have to admit, and a bit ridiculous, because this high-velocity rifle seemed to be doing a lot of damage to Septicus Prime, whilst the other more powerful weapons were doing very little. And as you could see, there was a team of about 3 or 4 in here fighting it, and they were using all their weapons, and none of those weapons really worked. Wow, Square 550, 273 kills. Precision kills 96. That's amazing. Well done, Squares and 550. Fantastic results. Let's have a look. Luffy 5836, 9 kills, 3 assists, 1 precision kill. I had only 2 kills, but mind you, I wasn't there in the arena for very long, as it seems to me the other team battled this for quite a while. So let's have a look at mission summary. The Devil's Lair, Old Russia, Earth. I don't think I was fighting it for 56 minutes though. So the other guys must have been there for a little while. Yeah, well, no one got... how many? No one got killed by the looks of it. I don't really know. They must have been fighting for quite a while. Anyway, we'll proceed. We're back in the orbit, but we have some options to upgrade, and we've gone to the level 11 So it turned out that this particular mission was quite easy, thanks to the other 2 members of the team that were battling this dreadful enemy together with me. So let's have a look. We'll go and see what we acquired. We've got Annihilate, which increases the size of explosions created by Nova Bomb and grenades. Well, that's awesome, because these grenades have been very useful so far, and they dealt with some of the unpleasant enemies. Really helpful with some captains early on in the game, and also with Hive and the Fallen overall. So we'll select Annihilate, and that will increase our might when dealing with those guys. So that's that. And any other options? No, we don't have. Everything else is in order. Let's see where else he needs to go to. I just keep admiring his kit. I think he really looks mighty, and that's due to the penultimate, the mission before last, in which we acquired lots of bits of gear, and this coat and his vest are particularly powerful because they're protecting his chest a lot more to what he would have had early in the game. If you look at it, the Chrome of Hour number 3, the chest armor, is giving us 50 defense, and Warlocks I expect to maintain ceremonial robes. So well, basically it looks very good, and it's providing us with this tremendous type of protection, and the strength here is +10, so awesome. And also it says you can carry more ammo for auto rifles, which is obviously advantageous for some of our later missions. Right, so let's carry on, and let's go to another destination. We have previous mission summary. Let's have a look very quickly. We have advancement on Annihilate, which we obviously acquired in this mission, and then there are lots of other advancements which we are going to be getting later on in the game as we progress. So let's have a look. Activity rewards. Yeah, activity rewards were pretty good. I was nowhere near as good as Squares and 550, who had 273 kills, but I believe that he would have played this particular section for a little while with 96 precision kills. Well, that's awesome. Or maybe he replayed, I'm not sure. If any of you guys can tell me whether the score, which we can see on the screen, the activity rewards, is representing just the current mission, or it comprises all the other replays, with the overall total score. It'll be interesting to hear. Okay, so let's carry on, and let's go to another destination. Let's see what we have on the map. I think we might need to do another revisit to the tower. We need to report on the success of our mission to our commander, so let's go there. Our destination is Tower, the last city, Earth.
Down to the city and up again. Down and up again. Oh dear. Name, Guardian. Anything for you? All done. Bye. Broken.
We've come to the postmaster, Caddy 5530, and for the first time we had something for us. There was a package waiting to be collected and it needs encoding. So what we'll do is very quickly have a look at the other vendor in here.
Hey, Warlock.
She doesn't have anything for us because we don't have any more money, I believe.
Morning, Guardian.
That is correct. Treasure of Ages. We have no money. Therefore we can't buy anything. And we'll go to the Master of Hull, who is our Cryptarch, and we'll approach and we'll ask him to encode. No. So he needs to decode this engram.
Oh, now that should be interesting.
It certainly shall be. So we'll go and have a look.
Until the next time.
Thank you so much, sire. I remain your obedient servant. And let's see, we've got... yeah, so currently our chest armor is 50 defense. This will be 68 defense and it's 87. Okay, the best one is Tango Operant number 6, but we need to be already on the level 12 in order to get it. So we'll still wait a little while, but instead we shall equip Chroma 3, which is providing us with 68 defense and plus 15 discipline, and that will again enhance our ability to defend. So let's equip, and then we'll have a look. Is there anything else? There is something in here. We have existential threats, Wall of Bond. The ones, wait a minute, 42 defense, 40, 50 defense, 66 defense. Well, evidently we'll take the best one, Controversial Remains, and that will give us even more protection than before. So it's massively enhanced. We'll take it. Thanks very much for sending us the package, whoever was the sender. I'm very grateful, and we are fully equipped for future battles, as you could see. Anything else on our options? I don't think so. I'll just double check this. We have now some of these extra skills. Annihilate is particularly important. We can use it when throwing grenades or using our rocket launcher, so it will be a lot more powerful than before. Now we have to go and see our commander in order to receive further instructions and obviously to brief him on the success of our mission, which has been very successful thanks to the other crew members. It's funny, you know, the crew members were fighting that robot for quite a while, and they used all weapons they had in the armor, but the robot wasn't responding. But then funnily, my sniper rifle appeared to be very pertinent when used at close range, and it basically brought the enemy down eventually.
Shall we avenge her?
Welcome back, Warlock.
Thank you, sire. Always good to be back.
Anything happening today, Guardian?
I'm going to be fighting the enemy. The fallen are everywhere.
As long as you like. Really.
Thank you, I shall. It's always good to have a bit of conversation with the characters which are up and about. I really like that. And let's see, that's the core array, and we need to speak to our commander. And Commander Zavala is here.
Can't trust anyone.
So let's approach.
Prepare for a new fight, Guardian.
Nothing left but the fall. Talk to Zavala. The dream of the city is a fragile one, but today, for a moment, the death of Sepix Prime makes it feel attainable. Enjoy the start of your legend, Guardian, but know the hardest battles we face are those in the future. Understood, sire. I'm anticipating many more enemies, and I need to master some of those more specialized weapons, for some of the advanced skills. So that's going to be the next task of mine. And we'll have a look in here. We have 61 defense staying operant, so some extra gauntlets, and we have some leg armor, 60 defense. So evidently we'll take both of those, and I will be very grateful to Commander Zavala for providing me with these. So we'll take them, and we'll go Titan armor. We can't have any of those yet.
Stand firm.
So that's all good.
Tell, I guess.
And we'll have a look at the novelty. The novelty is here, and let's see, that's 51 defense. With the new kit we have 40 defense, so obviously we are not going to be swapping it because the existing one is strong. Oh no, there's this one here. So this is 51 defense, and the new gauntlet received from Commander Zavala is 61 defense, and discipline is +9, so obviously we will just take that one. It will make us a lot stronger. And these ones I think we can probably place in the vault, and we'll do that in a moment when we get out. Okay, we can have a look at the character, well kitted up, ready for battles, and now we are carrying on. So let's see, is there anything else in here? No.
It's not the getting in, it's the getting out.
He can get in the orbit again, but before that we'll just stash a few of those things in the vault, and that will be helpful, as we can then acquire many more items out there. It's always good not to be too full. I've been told by other community members that my speed is not affected by the quantity of gear I'm carrying, which in fact is well, both good and bad for all of you that played other massive multiplayer games such as Skyrim or Fallout. You realize that if you were carrying a lot of kit, you'd be significantly impaired and you'd slow down quite a bit, particularly during some of the action sequences. I'm told by the community members this is not the case in Destiny. You can carry as many bits as you want. You're unaffected in terms of their weight. The only thing is that you have a limited number of items you can carry. So if you're full, anything which is particularly interesting, good and exciting found on one of the planets then cannot be collected. So therefore it's always the best to have some free space. I believe that is correct. If I'm mistaken, please do correct me. This is what I've been told, and I've not tried it yet myself.
Books for the Titans. Too heavy.
You see these ones, we don't really need that one, we don't really need this one, we don't need, well, 49 defense, we could be 51, well, we'll just keep the best ones really. Yeah, we have two of those which are, that one's 40, this one's 51, really 51, and 49, that's fine. So with the suits, we'll 32 defense we don't need, 44 defense we don't need, because we already are having our 68 defense, 43, okay, 50 we can keep, and let's see, the last one we have here would be 87, 50, 50, okay, that's all good. 49 defense, 89 defense, 39 defense we don't need. 47 we leave just in case. We have several here. 66, that's 37. That's 40. Right, we'll leave those. Weaponry, we already dealt with that quite a bit. It's pulse rifle, 2 of those. Rate of fire, which is rapid. Maybe we need to use those. I don't think I've tried a Spulsa MSC rifle, so we'll try that. To next combat. In here we have Outlander MK38, which is a powerful 40 attack shotgun. We have Nox Reavers 3 fusion rifle. I've not used fusion rifle much so far, and I need to experiment with it a bit. Does it need to be recharged? If so, when and where? How many rays can it fire? These are the questions that you know, I need to find out more about. And let's see, Frost FR3 fusion rifle. So I have 2 fusion rifles, and they're supposed to be very mighty. 50 attack, you see. Okay, I'll experiment with those, find out what happens. So I think we are ready. We are ready for the next battle. And he still needs to go where? Well, he needs to go to orbit. So let's have a look at our destinations. We have there was something else that we had not completed. Let's see what that might be. I'm now approaching the tower north. There are some tasks still to be completed in here. So let's quickly have a look, because I've not been here before. Just have a quick look around. Emblems collection. Yeah, I'm not really I'm not really there for those ones. Still need to play this game quite a bit.
Even get a 6420.
Eva Levanti, Guardian Outfitter. She is going to be helping me.
Let's take a look.
Let's have a look. Emblems. Mammoth. Revolver. Abraxas. Bomb Squad. Glimmer. Honeybee. Blessing of the Sentinel.
Yep, that's good.
Choir. Let's have a look. Mammoth.
It's yours.
Revolver.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Bomb Squad.
Yep, that's good.
Alright. Shaders. They're not accessible as yet. Not sure what these ones do.
Take it.
Not enough for now, I think.
Tell your friends about Eva.
I certainly shall. Access shaders. Let's have a look. He needs to talk to somebody who is down below, and we'll find that character more or less immediately, but initially we'll just have a very good look around to see who does what and what's really placed here in the North Tower. So with a bit of patience, we'll explore the territory and we'll find out who the person is that we need to talk to.
Another quiet morning, Guardian?
Not really. I've just come back from some really hard battles.
Is everything alright?
Not quite, but I'll dance a bit for you. She is not impressed. And I rest a bit now. And then I'll
So
carry
is
on.
this how warlocks focus their light?
Not quite. I'll wave and then I'll carry on.
Abide in light, Warlock.
May the force be with you.
Have a good day.
And you. Oh, it's like a nice seated area in here, so people can have a cup of tea and relax and read some news and, you know. Right. So let's have a look. Where else do we need to go to? Let's go down the stairs. There we go. And what are these? Look at this. That's extraordinary. We are definitely going to take a very good screenshot of this.
What have you done?
This is something new in the game, and we need to find out how it works. Ah, I see. I remember.
There was nothing more you could have done.
Prior to the last mission, I was told that I had to get back to the speaker, because the speaker is
No,
our voice of
we
the
aren't
traveller,
ready.
and we need to find out more from him. So this is what we will do right now. So, come a bit
You've
closer.
impressed us all.
Thank you, sire.
You've done well, Guardian.
I'm receiving all these compliments, which is flattering. Against the hive, talk to the speaker. The hive awoken. Guardian, we must learn their purpose, their plan. I've studied the records within the dead ghost. My scout found a place within the Hellmouth, a place called the World's Grave, a great library of hive knowledge. Seek it out, find the truth. Well, that's tremendous, because we are going to be finding the library, and within that facility there will be obviously many secrets held. So we'll get to know more about the enemy, and most importantly about the ghastly hive or hives that have been causing us so many problems so far in the game. Let's find the truth, just like he said, and let's see, speakers writ. That's my mission reward. Obviously I'll take it, and we'll have a look at my character, and we'll see where these bits are. So just bear with me, and we are going to have, there it is, we have mission reward, which is the speaker's writ, and we have here helium filaments. That's all looking good. So we are all done and dusted for further battles, and see, we can't have any of those. Subclass, all of that will be acquired later in the game. We'll take another screenshot of the speaker, and now we are ready to proceed. So let's have a look. We need to speak to gunsmith to collect reward. Collect reward. Definitely want to collect reward. So let's have a look. Where is the gunsmith? I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, located on the upper floors. We'll get there in no time.
Okay, Finchurch. Okay. Worry about the product, Finchurch.
Checking for messages.
I'm authorized to award bounties, Guardian.
Warlocks might be thinkers, but most I know can hold their own.
Close bounty, unclaimed exile captain and 7 dregs. Resilient
There we go, we found this gunsmith.
Swear I've seen this one before. These marks. When? Where?
Screenshot of him.
Oh, bleeds at the one.
And now we want to talk to him and collect our reward.
Let's see these guns.
We have several rewards here. We have Demerung FR3 fusion rifle, which is tremendous. We have Gozen C sniper rifle 40 attack. Well, you see, this Gozen C sniper rifle is going to be definitely replacing the current one with might, and that's awesome. And then we have shotgun, also 40 attack, so we'll take all of those one by one. Oh, I can't take all of them. I can just take Damerung sniper rifle. So let's have a look. I think I made a mistake. I've taken the wrong rifle, which is really disappointing because I wanted, should have been a bit more careful, shouldn't I? have a look. Ah, well, it was my mistake. I've taken the wrong rifle, so you have to wait for more rewards to get that. That's really annoying, because that sniper rifle was absolutely tremendous, and obviously having 40 plus you know, attack would have been very, very useful. A word of advice: when you are given rewards or selecting certain items from you know, some of your associates here, you better pay attention and always click on the correct rifle, because sometimes they will allow you to take a few, and at other times it's going to be just one. So in this instance, instead of taking the mighty sniper rifle, I had to take well, I've taken that fusion gun, and that was obviously my mistake. And what else do we have here? Well, we have his mission, and he needs to go to that well-hidden library in order to discover more information about the hives. So at this moment we'll take a short break, and then when we come back we'll proceed. So see you all a bit later. We have a break of about 5 minutes or so.